My name is Sergei Winitzki. I'm a senior software engineer at Workday, and I'm working on back-end machine learning and data pipelines. Mostly it is how to make a reliable data pipeline. We need to process sometimes large data, sometimes smaller data, but the most important question is correctness and reliability. Another concern is data security. So the most important thing for us is to avoid bugs that can expose customers' data or bugs that can lead to data loss. One issue is that we have varying data volumes. Sometimes volumes grow, sometimes we don't expect that. So we need to be elastic, and that has been a challenge because we were not always using architectures that are sufficiently scalable. We have some legacy code. Workday is not a recent startup, so what I'm working on is Scala code, and we're trying to do it right. But there's legacy code that gives us some challenges. So actually, we're using Scala to overcome the architectural challenges for scaling the data. So in the future, we expect to grow our data volumes significantly in certain products. So we need to plan an architecture today that will enable us to handle that. One thing, for instance, is we have a search engine that needs a lot of indexing, and that has become slow with growing volume. So we refactored that recently into a streaming pipeline. So that enables us to scale it horizontally much easier. So I would say there are two key benefits that I feel right now in my work. The first benefit is that we don't debug much. The functional programming, especially using Scala, allows us to write programs such that they mostly work correctly without debugging. And the errors or bugs that we find are not the kind of bugs that require us to sit all night and debug and trace. These are significant problems with understanding what we want to do. These are really high-level questions, and not something like sitting with a debugger, tracing the program for hours and hours, something I have done before when I was not using functional programming. I was a front-end developer. So this is the first key benefit. Second is architectures. We can use modern architectures such as Kafka, Akka streaming, Akka HTTP. These architectures make us much more productive. So that I would say it would be impossible without functional programming and without Scala even to come up with these architectures effectively. My favorite part is that there are people from all kinds of places that do very unusual and unexpected things with Scala. I'm primarily in for Scala programming expertise and new applications. And there are things that I would never have thought about that people have done, and I can talk to them after the talk. I mean, it's not always easy to see immediately what they want to say. So I can talk to them, and I can get in touch with them and learn. That's my absolutely most favorite thing. I've been at these conferences for 3 years now. It has been consistently my experience.